Hello, everyone! Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of natural activators of autophagy. This is truly the science of cellular renewal, a process that can significantly impact our health and longevity as we age. We'll explore how simple factors like time, our environment, and specific chemical compounds can be harnessed to rejuvenate our cells. At its core, our body faces a biological imperative: either we recycle and renew, or we deteriorate. The problem as we get older is often stagnation. Without sufficient autophagy, our cells accumulate aggregated proteins and dysfunctional organelles. Think of it like clutter building up in your home. This toxic buildup isn't just unsightly, it actively drives neurodegeneration, metabolic diseases, and accelerates the aging process. The solution, fortunately, is renewal through autophagy. Specifically, macroautophagy is the sequestration of waste into what we call autophagosomes for eventual degradation and recycling. And then there's mitophagy, which is a specialized form of quality control specifically for our mitochondria, the powerhouse of every single cell. So, how do we control this crucial cellular process? Think of it like a control panel in your body featuring two key players, mTOR and AMPK. mTOR acts as the brake, signaling a growth mode. It's active when nutrients are plentiful, and crucially, it inhibits autophagy. On the other hand, AMPK is the gas, driving repair mode. It's activated by stress and low ATP, meaning low energy levels, and it actually triggers autophagy. They have an inverse relationship, like a seesaw. To truly activate cellular renewal, our goal is to inhibit the growth signal from mTOR and activate the energy sensing and repair signal from AMPK. This is how we shift our body into a state of deep cellular cleaning and repair. Our first key to activation is time, specifically through a metabolic switch initiated by fasting. After about 12 hours without food, we enter the digestive phase. Then, around 16 hours, your liver glycogen depletes, and your body starts mobilizing fat for energy, and insulin sensitivity improves significantly. The critical autophagy threshold usually kicks in around 24 hours. This is when significant upregulation of autophagy signaling begins and meaningful cellular cleaning starts. For deep autophagic activity, leading to maximum organelle recycling and repair, we often look towards 48 hours. As Live Hospital notes, most people see meaningful autophagy signaling after about 24 hours, with deeper effects between 24 and 48 hours. This isn't about deprivation, it's about strategic timing for renewal. Now, let's debunk a common myth that the brain is somehow metabolically privileged and immune to the effects of fasting. For a long time, the old dogma in a fed state suggested high mTOR activity in the brain and only basal, or very low-level, autophagy. However, new evidence, especially after a 24 to 48-hour fast, reveals a profound neuronal autophagy. We're talking about a 3 to 4-fold increase in autophagosomes, specifically targeting critical areas like cortical neurons and Purkinje cells. The key insight here is that fasting significantly diminishes mTOR activity in neurons, triggering a deep, much-needed cleaning of the brain. This is incredible news for cognitive health as we age. Beyond just the length of fasting, there's a crucial circadian link, meaning a rhythmic renewal tied to our daily cycles. During the day, in our growth and feeding phase, we have high BMAL1 expression, and autophagy is typically suppressed. As night falls, and we enter the repair and fasting phase, we see high PER2 gene expression, and that's when autophagy flux peaks. This means our bodies are naturally programmed for repair while we sleep and fast. Interestingly, aging often dampens the expression of this critical clock gene, PER2, leading to cellular trash accumulation. The good news is that by restoring our circadian alignment, getting proper light exposure during the day and darkness at night, we can restore PER2 levels and rejuvenate this natural rhythmic autophagy. Our second key to activation is thermal stress, specifically the shiver. Many of us are comfortable avoiding extremes, which offers no adaptation for cellular resilience. A cold plunge, passively endured, might offer some sympathetic arousal, but it often leads to an incomplete metabolic shift. The real magic happens in what we call the shiver zone. This is a hormetic threshold. The critical mechanism here is involuntary muscle contractions, which can increase your energy expenditure by over 50%. This intense activity triggers the release of succinate, which in turn activates brown fat and facilitates insulin-independent glucose uptake. It's a powerful signal for your body to adapt and strengthen itself. When it comes to thermal stress, there's an adaptation curve. Initially, during the acute stress phase, say on day 1 or 2 of new cold exposure, you might actually see a dip in cellular health. Autophagy can be temporarily impaired, and even cell death signaling or apoptosis might spike as your body is shocked. However, heat shock proteins surge to protect cells. But then, as you move into the acclimation phase, around day 3 or 4, autophagy improves significantly, and inflammation markers like TNF-alpha and IL-6 drop. By day 5, 6, or 7, you see a significant rise in cellular resilience. The key takeaway is this. The benefit isn't the cold itself, but your body's remarkable overcompensation and adaptation to that stress, making you stronger. Our third key to activation comes from chemical mimetics. These are molecules that can mimic the fasted state by targeting a crucial part of our cells called the acetylproteome. Two excellent examples are resveratrol, found in red grapes, which is SIRT1 dependent, meaning it requires the deacetylase SIRT1 to work. Then there's spermidine, found in wheat germ, which is SIRT1 independent. It actually inhibits acetylases like EP300. While they have different mechanisms, they both lead to the same powerful outcome, cytosolic protein deacetylation, which is a direct trigger for autophagy induction. These compounds offer a way to activate cellular renewal even without prolonged fasting. Let's talk about a real mitophagy specialist, urolithin A. This compound is critical for the recycling of damaged mitochondria. It starts with dietary input in the form of elagitannins, which are found in pomegranates, berries, and nuts. However, these elagitannins need a special transformation by your gut microbiome, specifically requiring certain Gordonobacter species of bacteria. The catch? Only about 40% of humans have the right bacteria to make this conversion efficiently. But for those who do, or for those who supplement, the active compound urolithin A then induces mitophagy. This process is essential for recycling damaged mitochondria, leading to improved muscle endurance and overall cellular vitality. Beyond what we've discussed, there's a powerful polyphenol arsenal at our disposal. Curcumin from turmeric suppresses the PI3-cacti-mTOR pathway, effectively inhibiting the growth signal. Quercetin, found in onions and capers, activates SIRT1 and AMPK, while inhibiting HIF1-alpha, promoting repair. EGCG and caffeine from green tea and coffee both inhibit mTORC1. Trehalose, found in mushrooms, offers mTOR-independent induction of autophagy. And 6-gingerol, from ginger, supports mitochondrial biogenesis, meaning the creation of new, healthy mitochondria. Each of these polyphenols offers a unique way to support your body's cellular renewal processes. Now, here's where it gets really exciting synergistic activation. Remember resveratrol, which works via the SIRT1 pathway, and spermidine, which works via the EP300 pathway? Because they target different enzymes and don't compete, combining low doses of both can induce autophagy far more effectively, even exponentially, than high doses of either one alone. As you can see on the chart, the combined effect is much greater. They truly converge to alter the acetylproteome, leading to a powerful, enhanced cellular cleaning. This demonstrates that sometimes the sum is much greater than its individual parts. So, how do we put all this together? We propose a unified strategy, a 3-tiered protocol for longevity. At the top, a periodic deep clean through monthly or quarterly, 24 to 48-hour water fasts. This is where you achieve peak neuronal clearing and cellular reset. Next, for weekly stressors, incorporate resistance exercise and targeted cold exposure that brings you to the shivering threshold. This builds resilience. Finally, the daily baseline is crucial, maintaining circadian alignment with proper light and dark exposure, consuming a polyphenol-rich diet with sources of spermidine and resveratrol, and actively supporting your gut microbiome. This holistic approach creates a powerful synergy for cellular renewal. While these strategies are incredibly beneficial, it's vital to discuss safety and contraindications. Extended fasting, for example, should be avoided by type 1 diabetics, pregnant or breastfeeding women, individuals with eating disorders, and elderly individuals at risk of sarcopenia, which is muscle loss. The refeeding phase after a fast is also critical. After 48 hours or more, there's a risk of refeeding syndrome. The strategy is to break your fast gently, perhaps with bone broth or vegetable broth to replenish minerals, and definitely avoid immediate high glycemic loads. For cold safety, remember, the goal is metabolic shivering for hormesis, not hypothermia. Always listen to your body and prioritize safety. In closing, please understand that autophagy is not merely a waste disposal system for your cells, it is the fundamental biological basis of rejuvenation. By thoughtfully manipulating time through fasting, leveraging your environment through hormetic stressors like cold, and utilizing specific chemical compounds, we actively renew the machine that is your body. Cellular renewal isn't just something that happens to us. It's a profound choice we can make every day to enhance our health and extend our vitality. Thank you.